Hi everybody, welcome back. So in today's video, this guy said that luxury is rich people selling the idea of being rich to poor people. Take a look.
Why I don't buy luxury anymore. I refuse to fund billionaires. Remember, luxury is rich people selling the idea of being rich to poor people. If you are working a day job, if you have a car payment, if you pay rent, why are you giving these people your money? They have locked so many of us into a sick cycle of acquiring more and more wealth to acquire more and more material possession. And all that money is going straight to them. Let's take Boye for example. If you buy a $5,000 puzzle bag, of that $5,000, like $2,000 is going directly to Bernard. And for what? So you can go on social and stunt and be like, look at my expensive bag. When I see that nowadays, I think you're an idiot. I think you're stupid. I think you just gave someone that much money for literally no reason. You could have bought a house. You could have bought a car. You could have put tires on your car. Girl, I know you need tires on your car. You don't need Louboutins. You need tires on your car. To me, luxury is a huge setup. It makes people aspire for a better life, not to contribute to society. It always reduces down to people bettering themselves to make more money, to acquire more material possessions. And me personally, I don't toil and work as hard as I do to give people like Bernard Arnault my money. So I've cut off everything. I do not do business with any LVMH company. I finally cut off Sephora, which was hard. And this is the year where I do not make a single purchase at any luxury conglomerate. It's done. It's over. As much as I love Alexander McQueen, in my heart and body and soul, I know it's wrong, and I would much rather support small business, shop local, and have my hard work and money go to places that contribute to the betterment of our world and not Bernard Arnault.
I do understand where he's coming from. He has a valid point. I don't know what wealthy people or rich people, how they live their life. I see a lot of celebrities and socialites and influencers, you know, going about with their designer stuff, and I don't know what it feels like. I'm not from money, okay? I survive. But let me know about what you think about this in the comment section. A lot of people responded to this, so let's get into the video.
Remember, luxury is rich people selling the idea of being rich to poor people.
So you're saying I shouldn't drop 5 racks on this Louis V crystal beanie? But Rocky, Stefan Diggs, and Yachty look so cool with it on. And I feel like maybe, you know, if I acquired the same beanie, you know, maybe I would look, you know.
I refuse to fund billionaires.
After my birth family almost sacrificed me to get some knockoff Michael Kors bags when I was 11, I never was into designer, okay? Even at points in my life where I've had like a tiny bit more money, I never spent that on designer. I think I have like one designer purse, and that was my mom's when she was alive. She loved designer purses and designer. It's never made any sense to me. And people love to say that only black people like designer. Baby, I've been around rich white people. They love designer too. It's just different types of designer. More hush hush quiet designer. And I think people just get the designer so that they can fit in, so that they could stay up with trends. And I know like growing up, like you can get humiliated and like bullied in school if you don't have designer. Like I didn't have designer in high school and I was bullied. I can see people spending their money on things that are just like slightly higher quality, but like you can get higher quality things that aren't name brands and the money doesn't go to billionaires. Like, I love getting my stuff from like small artists. We know that Etsy is corrupt. I'm on Etsy, it's corrupt. I still think that it's better than getting designer. Again, you can do what you want with your money at the end of the day. But I think that designer should go out of trend, at least until the wealth gap is closed, at least a little bit, you know? But yeah, that's just me.
Being rich to poor people.
Yeah, I don't know about y'all, but when I was growing up, I had no clue what Gucci, Louis, and Prada was. My mama took me to Payless. And I remember being in like high school, and I had this boyfriend, and he would ask me like, why you don't wear the kind of shoes my sister wears? And his sister used to wear all the Nikes, all the Air Maxes, all the Jordans. And I was getting my shoes from Target, and I love my little Target moccasin slippers, and I wore them with everything. And it was honestly because we were broke. I fast forward into my adulthood, my first real serious like adult relationship. My partner was really into designer. So I remember when he bought me my Louis Vuitton bag. And I'm not even gonna say my first. It was my only designer bag. It was a Louis Vuitton bag, and I cherished this bag like no other, because I'm telling you, this man would dress it down. Like, he was really into designer. He was really into like luxury cars and shit like that. So when I got with him, I started using that you know, his interest in luxury as kind of like a status symbol, but I couldn't really like get into it. Y'all, I be having a $30 purse from TJ Maxx with a wallet of money that's budgeted to fit within my means, with all my bills paid and a roof over my house and my child is fed. To me, walking around with a designer luxury bag, it just screams like I just want attention. Or, you know, having these things, these possessions, these items, these labels, it just screams like, look at me. I went shopping a few weeks ago in the Netherlands, and I went into this mall. It's kind of equivalent to like a Neiman Marcus or like a Phipps, if you've ever shopped around in Atlanta. But everybody in there shopping, they smelled like money. Like, you could look at them and see that they had money on them, but none of them had on Gucci, Louis, or Prada. I said that to say, don't sleep on your friends who know how to budget. Don't sleep on the fact that you can carry around a $30 purse and all your needs are met and you have money in your account. That Gucci, Louis, and Prada had you living check to check and going bankrupt. And although I think when I become like of a certain status, when I reach certain goals, I will definitely dibble and dabble in what I deem to be luxury according to my wants and needs. But y'all, them Gucci belts ugly as fuck, and that Louis Vuitton starting to look a little tacky. And I'm not saying it because I can't afford it, because I can go buy me a bag. That shit ugly.
Why I don't buy luxury anymore.
Definitely yes to everything he's saying. I mean, stop giving billionaires money. They don't deserve any of your hard-earned money. But I also wanted to say, as somebody who used to buy a lot of designer items secondhand, either on like the RealReal or eBay or whatever, or like even just finding things thrifting, anything that you find that's a designer item that is made past the 90s, it's not gonna be good quality. I would buy these designer items thinking like, okay, this is something that's gonna last me forever, and like it's an investment piece, and like I'll be able to keep it. No. Anything that's like true vintage, they did put effort into their quality, but anything past the 90s, it is just fast fashion with a designer label.
Luxury is rich people selling the idea of being rich to poor people.
Oh my God, that shit is so true. And if you grew up in the city, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Some of the poorest kids in the hood have some of the best clothes, a lot of Jordans, and a lot of material shit like. And when I say below poverty, of course, I'm not talking about, you know, on the streets. We're talking about kids who have parents that work full time but still hit the below poverty mark. I learned it's not hard to trick poor people into buying expensive shit. Because it's not about money. It's about the fact that being poor sucks like a bitch, and it's not hard to sell a quick feel good or status changer to someone. Which is why they don't advertise a lot of luxury shit out in the suburbs. Because they can't get that same mental hold on financially stable people. In upstate New York, suburban kids have the same pair of sneakers for 3 or 4 years. 90% of life is all about the mental, man.
Why I don't buy luxury anymore.
I mean, absolutely no hate to this creator, because I have no idea who they are from a hole in the wall. This is my first video I've ever seen from them, but like, why were you buying it before? And not just you, anybody. Like, Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg have the worst drip in history on record. They dress like me. Like right now. In my I'm chilling in the house clothes. And they have the most money. Why are we spending like a down payment? Why are we spending actually the price of a house on a handbag? Or a down payment on a car on a watch? Bruh. Who are you fooling? Why are you doing all that? You could just pay my rent instead. You know, feed the hungry.
See, the problem is America is a consumeristic, materialistic society. They care too much about what people think about them, about what society thinks about them, which is why they won't be able to break these types of habits. This is why so many of them drive Benz, the newest 2024 Benz, for example, but then they live in the ghetto. I see it all the time. The classic one is that Louis Vuitton bag that you see everyone with, that you know is a few $1,000s, but they probably have $5 in their bank account. Every time I see someone with that bag and I know for a fact that they can't afford it, I laugh. There's this girl that I was listening to on TikTok Live. She says that she's driving this like expensive Tesla Mind you, she works for $19 an hour. I work for way more than that, and I drive an old beat up car. Why? Because I know where my priorities lie. I have a goal set in life that I want to achieve, and I'm not trying to do something that will bring me instant gratification. I'm looking at long term. I am looking to grow my money, to invest my money, to save my money. Like example, that Louis Vuitton bag, right? It's, let's say, $3,000. You could have put that $3,000 into index funds or crypto or something else that would multiply that money. Then you could have 2 Louis Vuitton bags. Who knows? Stop trying to show off. Stop doing things for instant gratification, and stop wasting your money because you are scared of what people think of you. So what if they think you're poor? Let them think you're poor. They probably don't have much in their bank account anyways, but they're judging you. From my personal experience, the very ultra rich people do not show it. They wear the simplest clothing, drive Toyotas, and they simply just don't flash their money around. People that like to flash their money around, especially money they don't have, they're insecure.
Being rich to poor people.
I can comfortably say that this is Primark. I can say a lot of my stuff in my wardrobe is H&M, Primark, Next, or any sort of, like, you know, people might say fast fashion, the ethics or whatever, cool, but that's just what's available to me. People that wear a lot of designer stuff, the big names, all this stuff, one, don't know how to style it. It's almost a common thing, especially amongst men. A lot of men don't know how to style the LV bag or the Canada Goose jacket like properly to a point where it actually looks good. But secondly, it's like, do you wear it as if it's like a status symbol? Like, we all know you're like you hate. Now I mean, the rich guys that you know, they're wearing like $50 shirts at most. Like, they don't impress people with all this kind of, like, you know, little brands and all this stuff. Like, it's so weird to me whenever people like drip out in all this stuff, and it's so obvious that they're not making the hundreds of thousands, the millions. They're not. So anyways, yeah,
they all have valid points, but there's something that crossed my mind as I was watching the videos. Okay, I realized that I may be wrong and you can correct me, right? If you say, maybe I shop at Primark, or I only wear Zara, okay, or Mango, or Shein, there's other fast fashion brands, like, aren't you also making those people rich? I'm just asking, okay? I'm just asking. You're still making people rich. Maybe luxury goods make some people rich quicker, and this one takes a bit more effort because they have to sew more clothes, pay a lot of people, and so on and so forth before they make money, but they still make money. We are still making rich people rich every single day of our lives, okay? We are making them rich every single day until we all start sewing our own clothes or buying from each other. I'm sure the owner of Shein is a millionaire. PLT is a millionaire. Boohoo is a millionaire. Primark is a millionaire, okay? They are all multi-millionaires or billionaires. We are all consumers. Every single thing that we do in every single day of our lives encourages us to consume. We are all consuming. Today I want this, tomorrow I want that. There's some influencer there telling me to go and buy a new wig. I want a new makeup. I want new lip gloss. Every single move I make is making somebody rich. But I agree with everything that they're saying. It makes a lot of sense to me, okay? I'm just adding something that just crossed my mind to the pool, okay? So please bear with me, okay? I know there's a lot of educated people in my comment section. And believe me, I do read your comments. I read all of them and I learn a lot from the comment section. So please educate me, okay? I'm willing to learn. As I'm on this journey to get to 50k by June, if you've not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. And thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves. Bye.